And now we're here and excited to announce that St. Mary Hospital Service District Number 2, that board, and Ochsner Health System are in the process. Actually, not just in the process, they are finalizing a partnership agreement to transition the Tesh Regional Medical Center from LifePoint Health, the current operator of the hospital, to Ochsner Health System. And I am so proud to be here to make that announcement because I've talked to many people in St. Mary Parish over the last several weeks, and there's a lot of anxiety about the arrangement here and whether the hospital was viable going forward and who was going to step in and run it and so forth and so on. And so today should clear all of that up, because I have no doubt that the future of this hospital is strong, both in terms of being an employer for folks from across the region, but more important than that, for being a provider of high quality health care. As you all know, here in Morgan City, the Tesh Regional Medical Center provides essential health care services such as primary care, OB/GYN, and orthopedics. Access to health care services is crucial to vibrant and healthy communities. It's essential to have a community. It's essential to have a city and to make sure that people have a good quality of life. And we know that there's a little work left to do to finalize the agreement. But by partnering with leaders like Ochsner and Warner Thomas, who is here today representing Ochsner, and by the way, I've been able to see the work that Ochsner's doing under his leadership all across the state of Louisiana. I can assure you that we're making a positive difference in the health and well-being of Louisiana citizens. And I want to thank Ochsner and its role for providing high-quality health care across the state and being committed to ensuring that our residents can receive the care that they need close to home. You know, the fact of the matter is we haven't had a hospital closure in Louisiana, and we want to make sure that that remains the case going forward. Big part of that is, especially in the rural communities out there, is we actually accepted the Medicaid expansion so that the federal tax dollars that we were previously sending to Washington. See? Yeah, but we're talking about getting our money back. That $1.85 billion a year is now coming back to Louisiana to be invested in every single community across the state, including right here in St. Mary Parish. And it's making all the difference in the world. And without that, we wouldn't be making announcements like this. And so it's another indication that we're doing the right thing by the people of Louisiana. And I'm encouraged, I'm excited about the future of our state, the future of healthcare of our state, and the future of this hospital serving the people of St. Mary Parish and this region. So God bless you. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to be with you today.
You know, like many communities across the state, healthcare is critically important to what you do in your town, in your city, and there's that's no more apparent than right here in Morgan City and St. Mary Parish with Tesh Regional Medical Center. And you know, the challenges faced by Tesh Regional are not unique. These are issues faced all over the country, quite frankly, and rural hospitals all over the country are challenged. But as the governor said, in Louisiana, we've been fortunate that we have not seen a rural hospital close. And Ochsner is very, very proud to be able to step in here into the parish and to step into Morgan City to assume the oversight and management of Tesh Regional Medical Center, to work on bringing more services to the community. We like to say at Ochsner, you can't shrink your way to greatness. And if you want to be great, you've got to grow, and our commitment is always to grow. Every partnership we've had across the state, we've grown services, and we've added employees in every one of them. So one of the things we see doing here in Morgan City, in kind of our early looks, is to continue to enhance care in the OB/GYN, orthopedic, and primary care area, commit to recruit more physicians that to the community, to first work with the folks that are here, make sure they feel good about what's happening here in the community and make sure they stay. Work with the employees to continue to provide the great care that you're doing as well. We're committing to install our electronic medical record. We have over 4 million people actually that have their medical information in our electronic record today. It's a state-of-the-art system that you normally don't see, frankly, in rural hospitals. But we've made that investment everywhere we've gone because we believe having your medical information together in one location is critically important to be able to take great care of you. So regardless whether you're cared for here in Morgan City, or you go to an Ochsner clinic someplace else, or you go to New Orleans, or you're in Shreveport at the LSU facility in Shreveport, we'll know who you are, we'll know what's going on with you from a medical perspective, and we'll be able to take great care of you. So we're excited to bring that capability here as well. And Ochsner is also a leader in telemedicine and digital medicine. I think there's new opportunities that we can bring to the community in these areas. And as we go through the final phases of this, these will be things we'll continue to evaluate and think about how we can bring new and exciting resources to Morgan City and St. Mary Parish. So as the Governor indicated, we're in the final phases of this. I'm 100% confident this will be completed. But I think we wanted to make sure we came today to ensure everybody this is going to get done. You're going to continue to have great health care here. We want to make it better and build on the great things that have been done here and then continue to move forward. I do want to thank all of your representatives here, Representative Jones, Senator Elaine, for the great work that they've done to kind of help pull this together. And you have a great CEO here in Afrika. I mean, meeting her today, and I know our team has spent a lot of time with her and just knows that she is she's top notch and just somebody we have a lot of respect for and a lot of confidence in. So we'll continue to work on getting this complete over the next several weeks, and we look forward to working with you in more integrated and more detailed fashion going forward. But thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for your confidence in Ochsner, and we're committed that we're not going to let you down. We'll be here to make healthcare better in the city and in the parish. Thank you.
I'd like to thank everyone for being here today, especially Governor Edwards, Mr. Warner Thomas, distinguished leaders, including Sam Jones, and Senator Brett Allen. Today is a great day for the citizens of St. Mary Parish. We are very pleased with the progress of our conversations with both Ochsner and LifePoint, and feel confident in the future of Tesh Regional Medical Center. This hospital has been a pillar of our community for 38 years. And now, with our strategic partnership with Ochsner Health System, which we are finalizing now, we will ensure that the citizens of this community continue to have access to care close to home. And the only final thing I think that we're negotiating is the PJ's Coffee in the atrium, but we'll get to that. On behalf of our entire community, I would like to sincerely thank Governor Edwards for his unwavering support and assistance to getting us to this point. And a special thanks to Representative Sam Jones, who really has devoted the full measure of his support in assisting us and our community. He's been a public servant now for over 40 years, I believe. As long as I've been alive, Sam. But I can honestly tell you he's been at the core of this, pushing us along. And when I think of a public servant, I think of Representative Sam Jones. So we want to thank you sincerely for all you've done. To Mr. Thomas and the whole Ochsner team, it's been really a pleasure to work with all of you towards this common goal. We know what a partnership with Ochsner means. It brings Dr. Ochsner's legacy of quality, compassion, and vision. And with your expertise in the healthcare arena, we look forward to the advancements and stability to come. In fact, I personally believe that Tesh Regional Medical Center will be your greatest success story yet. A special thanks to LifePoint. They've been in our community now for 15 plus years, and they've made not just investments in the facility, they really have made investments in our community. And I do think that we owe them a special thanks for their commitment for the many years of service that they've provided to all of us. So for LifePoint, thank you all very much for your service. And finally, I really would like to thank the dedicated employees and our medical staff for your support and patience through this as we worked our way through this very thoughtful and delicate process. I know it's been difficult, and I do understand the enormous sacrifices that many of you have made over this time period, but we've weathered the storm together, and I now ask for your continued support. Please work with us to help ensure the success of this facility for generations to come. Thank you.
Relief. Just a short story. The first meeting that I came to with the board, I called the governor before I went into the meeting. I said, Governor, I'm going into a meeting that I'm kind of afraid to go into, because knowing these kinds of negotiations are just really tough. I mean, I've been around to watch the Shreveport negotiations, how long that took and how tough that was and everything. He said, well, Governor said, well, when you get out of that meeting, give me a call. But after a few minutes in that meeting, I said, I'm just going to get out and give him a call now. And he said, look, I know something's going on. He said, I know Oshner has an intention or a desire to be there. And thank God, a first-class operation, first-class healthcare system. I said, well, Governor, the anxiety in our community is so tough. And it's just something that we don't need right now, because we had the oil field situation, the takedown of the offshore industry and everything. And we just need to come and let the folks know. I've attended meetings of the staff and everything. The anxiety level was just terrible. Well, the governor said, okay, he said, I'll get back to you. It wasn't a week, it was 2 days. He said, we're going to get this done. And I think it was maybe another few days where what they needed to do and the size of the problem was solved with their staffs. And we cut through that red tape, cut through what is quality negotiation. Because to be a quality healthcare system like Oshner, you not only have to have the medical side right, you have to have the business side right. That's one of the great strengths of them being here for so long. But to have the assistance of the governor and his staff and Mr. Thomas and Oshner to cut through that red tape and help us lift this anxiety today is nothing short of miraculous. I heard Mr. Thomas say he's 100% certain this is a done. And that means there are just some minor details, and there are minor details. So I'm happy. I'm excited about it. I'm happy for this area. This is probably the biggest day I'll ever have as your representative in the whole time I've been in office for Martin City, for East St. Mary and the parish as a whole, because even the people from Franklin come here sometimes and use this hospital. And I'm certain will when Oshner's here. I'm going to close by saying nobody's done this alone, but the help that you did to cut the red tape from this was indispensable. And Senator Allain is going to be up here in a minute. Senator Allain and I have been great partners. I could never have asked for a better senator to work with. We argue occasionally, but we do it quietly, either in the Kane Field or at my office, and we come out united for the betterment of the people of the parish and the areas that we serve. So thank you. I'm excited. I'm happy that the relief can be had tonight. You can go home. I'm looking at the staff. Go home and say, help is here. It's not on the way. Help is here. Thank you.
Thank you. I guess I'm the cleanup batter, right? And that's what I intend to do. I'm going to give you a little bit more of the color commentary. They gave you the meats and the bones, so I'm going to give you more of the color commentary of this. Without the governor, and special thanks to the governor, without the governor stepping in, this probably would not have been done, and we would be looking at closing a hospital, which none of us can imagine. A community is not a whole community without a hospital and the healthcare services here. So thank you. The tenacity of my good friend Sam Jones. Sam Jones is the guy who really brought the deal together, made sure that all the partners were in the right place at the right time, and I would like to give him full credit. Along with the board and Cephalou and them, Sam, 40 years of community service. I'm saddened that this will probably be your last session, but I know you're not going to be out of politics anytime soon. But it's been a pleasure. You're really a true friend that's worked very well with me. Did I mention we were from different parties and we disagree sometimes? But a great guy, but he got a red tie on, so I like that a lot. To the board and Bill, a great job. To the local leadership, to the parish president, Bill Hannegriff, and the mayor, Boo Grazafi. Thank y'all for y'all leadership also in getting this done. And lastly, to Ochsner for stepping to the plate and doing this. I've seen you bring quality health care all over the state. And did I mention that we announced the Bayou Shane funding today? Just saying. Thank y'all.